Hey guys, I'm out here again this afternoon fixing to shoot into some ballistics gel. Today I've got a couple of boxes of Federal Fusion. I've got 300 Blackout and 223. Get a better look at this ammunition here. 223 Federal Fusion is a 62 grain, 300 Blackout, 150 grain. And this is my block of ballistics gel, 6x6x20. Get a look at the back of these boxes of ammunition. You can see this is the 223 here. You get a lot more velocity, muzzle velocity of 3,000 foot per second compared to 1,900 with the 300 Blackout. But the energy at 100 yards, I feel like it's pretty comparable. 946, 300 Blackout, 1,001 with the 223. 200 yards, you got 802 compared to 739. It also looks like, based on this chart, if you had it zeroed at 100, you'd get 3.3 inches of drop. That's with the 223, if I'm reading this right. If you had it zeroed at 100 with the 300 Blackout, you get 10 inches of drop at 200, and that's 300 Blackout. But based on that, you can see 223 definitely better for shooting longer distances. One thing I'll point out about this block of ballistics gel is I didn't do a good enough job cleaning it. So you can see some powder residue mixed in. Next time I'm going to try to do a little bit better job cleaning it. Maybe wash out that powder. And here are the guns I'm going to be shooting. Both of them have a 16-inch barrel. Alright, so I picked this block up and turned it on its side. It looks like I may have got more penetration than I did when I shot the other day. I shot Hornady American Whitetail and Winchester Deer Season XP. Looks like the bullet turned and went out the side right there. So I didn't catch the bullet. Let me measure how long that path is. So I got at least about 16 inches before that bullet exited. And I'm not sure exactly how to measure this gap where you can see the bullet was expanded and cutting a wider path, but looks like it starts maybe about 1 inch and it travels about 10 inches. So it looks like to me the Federal Fusion did better than the Winchester Deer Season XP and the Hornady American Whitetail. Now I did, of course, remelt that block. I don't know if that affected the viscosity or anything like that, but looks like it performed better. All right, so now I've got the block flipped around, fixing to shoot it with that 300 Blackout. So the 300 Blackout went completely through the block, and it looks like to me the channel is longer. Let's see, I'm going to say it starts about 1.25 inches, gets wide, and then down here towards the end where it starts getting consolidating, about 13 inches. So the channel of destruction, or the wider path is longer with that 300 Blackout. And I'm measuring about the wider part of it, about 1.25 inches with the 300 Blackout. Let me flip it over and measure that on the 223. So I'm measuring that at the widest part, maybe about 1.125 inches. But to me, of course, here's the 223. It gets wide and then it starts bottlenecking. At 300 Blackout, it just stays wider and longer. So based on these results, I'm wondering if the 300 Blackout may be a little bit better for shooting deer. And this is the top of the block, so there's a bunch of bubbles still in there, but 223 was on top. And you can see about the middle of the block is when it stopped cutting its wider path. But the 300 Blackout went way past the middle, cutting that wider path. Well guys, based on these results, it looks like the Federal Fusion is a pretty good round in both the 223 and the 300 Blackout. If I had to pick one to deer hunt with, based on these results, I might be inclined to go with the 300 Blackout. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.